Ben Johnson, who said this: I don't feel like everyone on offense yet is pulling their weight, and that's myself included. There's a number of things from yesterday's game that I have to do better job of. There's a couple of calls I was getting in late, a couple of things that the coaching staff, myself, we could have coached up better to give us a better chance there. When you look at it as a whole, it was just a mess. Man, I'm not proud of what we put on tape. I think it's a reflection of myself. I always take it personally. I saw us getting better the first 3 weeks in a lot of ways on offense, and then this was just a little bit of a step back for us. Now, one thing that Ben Johnson has done the entire time he's been here is that he's held himself accountable. And I know that may seem like something that's just easy to do and something that you should just assume is going to be done, but let's be clear here. Not every coach is like that. And this has been Johnson showing a level of awareness and accountability that we never really saw from Matt Eberflus, right? And so that's why I continue to feel very confident in Ben Johnson, because he's going to do it. Like, he could have easily said, hey, listen, the players didn't do what we wanted them to do, and there's going to be some payment that's done for that. But he said, listen, it's not just them, it's myself too. I missed out on some things. We've regressed as a thing, because it all comes back to reflection. You know what it is? And I think this is probably an oversimplification of it, to be honest. But the simple fact of the matter is Ben Johnson is a head coach. He understands that as a head coach, everything is your responsibility. You know, Matt Eberflus removed himself from criticism a lot of times, and it's a big difference there with Ben Johnson. I think that's the part of it as well. And one of the things that really did stand out, I think, is that, listen, Braxton Jones got benched in the last game, and it was funny how, after the Dallas game, when I talked about how, there was some talk on potentially benching Braxton Jones, people were like, hey, are you sure that was Braxton? Maybe it was just Darnell. And Braxton Jones, who had, I'll give him credit. Against Dallas, Braxton Jones had probably his best game. He looked like he had an anchor, but that's why I came out of that game saying what? What did I say out of that game? I said, now let's see what he does against some better defensive lines. And the fact of the matter is, it's not really looking good, right? As it stands right now, there's nothing that guarantees that Braxton, Darnell Wright, or anybody holds on to their job. And here's the thing: in having a coaching staff that legitimately does their job well, it means that things like this are going to happen more and more when it comes down to it. Now, but Ben Johnson was asked about Braxton Jones specifically, where he said this: yeah, I think we need to look at all 4 games as a whole, and we'll get a good feel here over the next few days where we're at schematically, what we are doing well, what we aren't doing well. And I think we really have a good grasp of what we need to do going forward.